Alright, welcome to my third Steam Deck Gyro tutorial. This game here is Doom Eternal, and this is actually one of the best examples of mixed inputs, which allows you to mix mouse movement along with traditional gamepad controls. So this is actually one of the easier games to set up, and I'll just walk you through that right now real quick. So first we're going to hit the Steam button, as always. I'm going to start here at the top where it says Doom Eternal, go to the right twice, go down here where it says Controller Settings, hit A, and first I'm going to start with a template as a base, and the one I'm going to start with is Gamepad with Mouse Trackpad. So this is very similar to what I did with Borderlands 3. And so we got our standard gamepad controls here. Got the dash on B, jump on A, got this for the weapon wheel, move with the stick, and this works as a mouse. However, there's nothing on the back grips. This mouse sensitivity is much too low for my taste. So yeah, we're gonna get just customizing these controls. So first we're gonna hit Steam again, we're gonna go to Controller Settings, gonna go to Edit Layout, go down to Trackpads, and I'm going to make my right trackpad as mouse. I'm going to put it at 500. That's where it felt good for me. And I noticed that with this game, at 500, a full swipe all the way across is a 180-degree turn. Putting it at 1000 puts it at 360-degree turn. Anyway, next thing on the trackpad, I need to adjust the sensitivity on the click. So I'm gonna put it up to, oh, why is it all the way down to 4,000? I don't know. But let's put it up to 20,000. That's actually where it feels good for me. Oh, not 2,000, 20,000. And I'm going to put the haptics on that on high so I can easily feel a click as I click it in. Test that out. Yep, feels good. Next is adding the gyro controls. So let's go to Edit Layout. Let's go to Gyro. Gyro behavior as mouse. We'll go to the little gear icon next to that. And I'll adjust the sensitivity. I believe I had it at around 220, maybe one as low as 160. This is all personal preference, so feel free to feel it out for yourself. Just feel it out like this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Works on both the stick. Notice how I can use regular stick aiming along with my mouse gyro, and they don't conflict. They work together in harmony. Yeah, that feels good. I'm gonna go back there. I'm gonna add some haptics to it. Yep, there we go. And we can leave it at that. If that's all you want, you can leave it at that. But I'm gonna go a step further and customize my controls a bit more. Next step is the grips. So on the back grips here, I'm gonna make L4. I'm gonna make that my dash, so I'm putting B on that one. R4, making my jump, so that's A. L5, I can put, let's try X, and then Y on R5. So now I can jump and dash. Use my chainsaw and my flamethrower. Yeah, that works. Another thing I'd like to try is adding a 180-degree turn. And I'm going to put that on the left stick here. Since this game doesn't use the left stick click for anything, I'm going to replace the left stick click here with mouse movement. So I'm going to go down to mouse. I'm going to move by amount. And the number I had for that was, I believe, 2720. Yep, now I click in the stick and I do a 180-degree turn. So that's just moving the... Oh, it's a little bit off. Hold on just a moment. Let me look up the number. I had it written down here in my notes. Oh, no, it was 2720 is what I put. Let's see, let's test that again. It's slightly off, but it's close enough, so we'll just roll with it. Okay, now the next thing is this game has a weapon wheel if you hold R1, but because I have a mouse on the trackpad, I can't change my weapon there. I have to use the stick. So I'm gonna do something a little more advanced to add the weapon wheel to my trackpad as well. So let's pause the game here. Go to controller settings, go to edit layout, and let's go down to action sets here. Now, next to default, there's this gear icon. So I'm gonna go to the gear icon here, and I'm gonna add a layer. Now this layer, I'm gonna give it a name, weapon wheel. And so now you'll be able to see here at the top action set default, and if I press R1, I'm switching to the weapon wheel action set. So basically I'm going to be editing only the controls under the weapon wheel action layer, sorry, not set but layer. And now I'm going to go back down to trackpads and go to right trackpad, and instead of that being a mouse there, I'm going to change it to joystick. And I'm going to keep the right stick click on there as well. And edit that, press again. I believe I had it at simple threshold and make that 20,000, just like I had on the default action layer with high haptics. Now, next to joystick, just make sure we go to the gear icon here, make sure you go down to output, and make sure it's set to right joystick. It should be there by default, so there should be nothing to worry about, but just in case, it's good to check. And everything else is fine there. Now, if you go back in game and you hold R1, you're gonna notice it's still not activating. But that's because we don't have any buttons set to switch action layers automatically. So the next step is to map that to R1, and that's pretty simple as well. So we're gonna go to edit layout, and we're gonna stay on default this time. We're going to buttons, down to bumpers, R1. You see how right bumper's mapped there. We're going to go to the gear icon next to it and add a sub command. This is a way you can add multiple buttons, commands, inputs, whatever you want to call them, to a single button. So this time I'm going to add a command to that sub command of R1, and I'm going to make that the action layer hold. So we go to system all the way to the right, and action sets, second to last to the right, and I'm gonna put hold action set layer, and we're gonna make that the weapon wheel. I'm gonna disable displaying the name when changed, then beep when changed, and that should do it. As long as I'm holding R1, the right trackpad should act like the joystick. Then as soon as I let go, it's back to mouse. It's pretty simple. And I'm actually really happy with this configuration already. One last thing, for the fans of movement on the left trackpad, personally I don't like to play that way, but it's a good option to have. Let's go to edit layout, go to trackpads, left trackpad behavior, and it defaults to basically mimicking the D-pad. This time I'm gonna make it mimic the left joystick. So joystick, output, left joystick, it's doing that by default. And on the click here for the left stick, I'm also gonna put that 180 turn button under mouse, move by mount, 2720. Confirm, and let's make sure it's isn't too sensitive. 20,000 is just the number that works for me. Might be a different number for you. So now I can do completely dual trackpad gameplay, except for when I need the D-pad, but other than that, we're good. And I can do 180 turns. And yeah, that's that. That's pretty simple. Most complicated thing here was the action layer, but yeah, Doom is one of the best examples of gyro friendly controls. So yeah, thanks for watching.